What's up, guys? This is Manny Griffin.
Hey.
Um, just want to check in with the people, see what you guys are up to today. Trying to make some content. I noticed that I continue to put off and procrastinate stuff that I believe that I can do in this life and really probably get a positive response for. I had a lot of people tell me that I should be a social media influencer, and I was like, nah. The only reason I said that was because of my own insecurities, my own thoughts about myself. But I feel like I'm in a place now that I'm ready to give of myself to the world and just see what kind of response it gets. As far as social media influencing, I think your impact could be great or it could be terrible. But I can't allow the fear of what may or may not be to guide me into my future. Well, this is the beginning. This is the start of the journey of me being a social media influencer, or what have you, however you want to call it. And I don't know. I'm just ready to get into something new, doing some different stuff. I've been making some new music. Music that you would call love songs, I guess. I'm that dude. I'm like the guy Taylor Swift. Like, I go through something romantically. I'm sorry, you about to be in a song now, so that's your fault. Before you broke my heart, you should have thought about that, because now you in a song, and the whole world's gonna hear about it. Queen Naja. Was it Queen Naja or whatever? That junk was so terrible. Like, I feel like she straight up was like exposing dude, and I don't know much about their relationship or nothing like that, but like her song was literally about their breakup. So, and it's not like don't nobody know who he was. Like, y'all relationship was on the social media platform, and like all eyes were on y'all. So when everything went down and she made the song, everybody was like, "Ooh, like that's really what was going on." He really didn't have a fair advantage. I don't know, the depth of what happened, but my man's didn't really get a chance to defend himself. Like, she more popular, her stuff on the radio, she all around the world and junk, and really what she says is what people are gonna believe. They hear it more. They hear it in the song. They're like, "Oh, that gotta be what happened," But I just feel like that junk is kind of trash. But at the same time, in relationships and ending relationships, that happens a lot. You know, people on one side of the tracks and one on the other side, like the friends of the boyfriend and the friends of the girlfriend or ex girlfriend rather. They have the perspective of whoever they're closest to, and so that's how you're gonna be perceived. I mean, that's their boy or that's their homeboy or their homegirl, so they gonna go with whatever they say. Their loyalty stays with them, and you can't really control how people see you from that side of the tracks. But it is what it is. You kind of just keep living in front of them, and keep moving. There's some people that's supposed to be in your life, and that will. And there's some people who won't be in your life. It's all good either way. Also, random side note, I'm currently listening to Zen music. I wish I could flip my camera around right now, but I can't. I'm listening to Zen music, like the bamboo flute. I find it brings me peace. Like, it brings my mind settling thoughts. So I just be sitting here such a random weirdo in my room, just listening to bamboo flute music. Like I'm getting ready to go into a huge kung fu fight. I'm trying to center myself. But no, not. I can't do it like I thought I could. In my head, that went over a lot better. feel like I should have a theme song. Yeah, like some kind of like intro or some kind of like outro. Like, oh, it's Manny. I don't know. In my head, like I have like this old timey the nanny type sounded intro and outro. It's Manny. He's here to talk about issues with life and funny stuff and random stuff and weird facts that you may not ever address in your life. But it's Manny. Yeah. So in my head, that's pretty much what happens. Stay out of there. You might be afraid of what you see. Yeah. Let's talk about some stuff about me. My name is Manny Griffin. Real name is Emmanuel Griffin. Emmanuel Carlisle Griffin. My artist name is Carlisle with an X. So where the A goes, there's an X there, just to be weird and cool. To be an individual. That was actually my grandfather's name, Carlisle, and he died in a car crash, drunk driving accident. He went through the windshield, and I want to change the way that name is seen for me in my perspective. I want to change it from being something negative to something positive. Flip it around. Make it for good. So that's my artist name. Emmanuel Griffin is my formal name, the one that's on my social security card and stuff. And Manny is what pretty much what like everybody calls me, or like my friends call me. If you call me Emmanuel still, we might not be that tight. Sorry. But yeah, I was born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan, and I moved a lot. Crap, I don't even know why I started here, because now I'm gonna have to tell my whole moving history. So like we moved from Pontiac to Hazel Park, from Hazel Park to Detroit, from Detroit to Grosse Pointe, and then back to Hazel Park, then to Madison Heights, then from Madison Heights to Clinton Township, and been here ever since. It's been about 4 years since I've really moved again, but keep your ears open for that. Any updates with that? And we moved around a lot because single parent home. My mom was she got divorced in like 2000. I don't want to mess this up. I want to say 2010, 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. I'll get the actual facts later. Right now I'm gonna just totally F it up. But basically, they got divorced. My mom and her ex-husband, and we moved into a shelter because it wasn't safe where we were. And my mom made the best decision that she believed, at the time that there was, and I'm grateful for her. It's actually her birthday today. So, shout out, woo, 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 happy birthday, Mom. Oh my God, it's your birthday. Do your birthday thing. But yeah, so from there, we moved to Grosse Pointe, which was a crazy shift because you go from being like totally like broke, no money, and then you go to the school where sophomores have Benz and they have Range Rovers, etc. And I was walking, so yeah, F you guys. But it was a cool experience, just to see something new, something different. I went to Grosse Pointe South, Grosse Pointe. I think Grosse Pointe Park. But yeah, it was a cool experience. I played football and all that. Didn't play much. I was too tired. I didn't like running too much. But when I got on that field, I was ready to light somebody up. Like I turned into this whole different monster, like freaking Michael Strahan and I don't know, some kind of like dangerous something, and you fuse them together and made a love child called Manny Griffin. on the football field. So we actually won pretty much every game. Except for one, we had to play like a varsity team, which was like not fair at all. Like they just really threw us in there with the wolves. Like, oh, y'all think y'all so high out here? We about to see what y'all really made of. We like, we all geeked up. We hype. We young. We like, oh my god, we about to play varsity because we so cold. And then we got like spanked, demolished, like 40 something to like 7. But what do you do? It's like it's like a little league team going against NFL team. Like, there's no comparison, but it's all good. You know, we went from there back to Hazel Park and went back to school there. Went to high school for like maybe a year or so there, and that was cool. But I didn't really come into my own until I got to Madison Community High School, which was an alternative school so that I could make up some credits that I missed. Long story short, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in my sophomore year, and I was bedridden for like 4 months. I lost 72 pounds. I was just doing nothing but drinking pop. It was the only thing that I could keep down. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't eat food, solid food. I was just, everything was coming up. I was throwing it right up. And I got to a real dark place, but it was a real defining place where I found out kind of who I was. Because laying there when you by yourself, you get to see really who you are. You face to face with yourself every single day. When there's nobody there to, like, you know, coddle you or anything like that. So I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about God, because in that whole process of me feeling like I was on my deathbed because it was so severe, of me using like going to the bathroom upwards of 150 times in a day, you really call out for God, because, you know, you tired of throwing up and using the bathroom, legit. Like, God, it really saved me. Like, they put me on all this medicine, and they were like, you're gonna just have to be able to manage, you know, from day to day, and, you know, you be able to figure it out, and, you know, you'll manage for the rest of your life. And I'm like, you know, that's not really what I want for my life. So I remember my mom telling me that, you know, to speak the scripture, you know, by his stripes that I'm healed. And, you know, I would say that every day. I didn't know much, but I knew that my mom said it worked. And I trusted God. And so I would read the word of God, and then I would pray, and I would speak the word of my life. And daily, I didn't really notice the small shifts in my mindset, but slowly but surely I started to gain more and more hope. And I remember waking up one day, and I was 72 pounds lighter. I walked outside and I said, you know what? I'm not sick anymore. And I literally felt like I wasn't sick in my body. And so I went to the doctor, and they basically said, like, you still have the disease, but it went into remission, and my infection, the infection level in my blood or something like that went down by, you know, a substantial amount of points. And I praise God on that fact. I didn't get caught up on the fact that they said I still had it, but I stood on the fact that when I believed God and I spoke that on my life, that it changed something. You know what I mean? Like, it changed something. Something shifted, because I wasn't where I was, you know, and I wasn't as sick as I was. I didn't feel any symptoms. And God instructed me personally to stop taking the medicine. I wouldn't advise y'all to do that just in your own thing. If God tell you that, you know, more power to you. That I was doing what I felt was best for my life at that point. And I stopped taking the medicine, and God can totally and completely heal my body, and I haven't had a symptom since. I haven't went back into full blown Crohn's disease or anything like that. I've not had to deal with it ever again. God truly healed my body, and I'm just saying that to say He's real, man. He's so real. He's so good, and I'm just a testimony, living testimony. So here I am now, just kind of documenting my life, the come up per se. We'll see where this goes. I thank God for everybody who will watch this or will be watching me. I pray that I can be a good influence and that I make you guys laugh and maybe sometimes cry in a good way. Going forward, I'm gonna start to post regularly. I will try to influence you guys socially, and I pray that you enjoy it. I feel like I'm saying pray a lot. I pray that you guys. I pray, man. I pray, God. I pray that it blesses you, man of God. I pray, hallelujah. Like, I don't know. I'm getting preachy. Maybe it's just inside of me, and I just been around the church my whole life. And, I just get preachy sometimes, so forgive me. And like we could be at breakfast, having like a small oh man, go ahead, bless the food, and I'm like, oh God, just going to the full blown prayer. So I'm not gonna do that often. Sometimes, but yeah, I just want to give you guys an update on who I am a little bit. I play guitar. I guitar. I play electric and acoustic. I sing as well. I write music, and that is like my true heart's passion. Like, I also cut hair. I'm a barber. I like cutting hair. It's an outlet for my creativity, but like I feel like music is like the fruition, like the fullness of me living my best life. So I'm still trying to like get more into music and like not be so confined to like one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get stuck like doing something and you get into the repetitive motion of like, oh, getting up, going, doing it like that, and you kind of get stuck where you are. But like, I want to move more towards my music, more than anything. So I'm gonna put it out there and see who supports it. Who will and who won't. But I think it's gonna be good stuff. And I got a tattoo right here. It's Romans 8:38, and it says that nothing will separate me from the love of God. So every time I look down, the whole idea was, when I'm playing my guitar or whatever, yeah, that like that in my head. That's what my guitar sounds like. Basically, I would see that when I'm playing, like, nothing separates me from the love of God, and it's like a constant reminder, like, to not forget that my worth is not in my own hands, and that nothing can separate me from His unconditional love. Yeah, this will be a religious channel, sort of. I'm a Christian. I love God. But I'm just a fun guy. I like to have fun. I feel like I'm like making a video for a Tinder profile or something right now. Hi, my name's Manny. I'm a fun guy. I like to go out, live in a cul-de-sac, and like to have fun, hang out with friends. So many friends. Yeah, speaking of friends, I feel like I want to address the fact that all my friends be like, dude, like, we don't never hang out. Like, look, y'all, I literally be just working a lot all the time, and I don't want to make y'all feel like I just be avoiding y'all. And sometimes I'm kind of antisocial, low key. Like, I'm a socialite, but like my gas be going sometimes. Like, I be going such on a high level, high octane. Sometimes I just want to chill. Like, I don't want to make nobody laugh. I don't want to hang out. No, I don't want to go to B-dubs and have those terrible wings. Sorry, contrary to popular opinion. Like, I just want to sit at the crib. At the home. I sit at the crib, and I just want to listen to bamboo flute music and watch cartoons and eat cereal, which would, to me is like the perfect day, a Saturday, and I'm just up and I'm eating cereal and watching Looney Tunes, just living my best life, sitting Indian style, if I can still do that anymore. But anyway, stuff like that. Like I like weird stuff, not too weird, but like for the most part, I'm like a millennial. Um, I'm like down for all the vibes that are happening now with the music and the style that we have now, which I think is pretty cool. Um, like all the different bold colors and wearing the large accent pieces, like as far as our jewelry and like our shoes and stuff. Like our shoes are freaking huge, bro. Like our shoes, man, we got these doggone orthopedic specials on. We just wear them anyway. We have no cares. We gives no cares in the world. We just walking around with cinder blocks on our feet, like with the sleeping with the fish's 12s on. What are them, the Balenciagas, the big old, the sole about this thick. Yeah, now that I don't think I could do. That I don't think I could do. But everything else though, I think it's pretty dope. Like I feel like we get into a more naturalist type of way, free spirited, my spirit animal type of generation. Uh, we're so different. I think we pretty dope people though for the most part. Once you get past all the cliche bull. What was I about to say? Music, dog. I've been coming on to some really dope music. Like I like Pink Sweats, like Lucky Day. Her, I'm here for it. Kaylani. I'm here for it all. PJ Morton is like my guy, dude. Even some older stuff like Nat King Cole is probably like one of my favorite artists of all time. Beastie. I heard Queen. Queen is pretty dope. I just got up on Queen a little bit. Like Freddie Mercury is a vocal beast, like crazy. Jill Scott, Kiera Sheard. What else I got? Daniel Caesar, of course. Wolfpack. I got a lot more though. I think I'll post it later or something like that. Post in the description or something. But listen to a lot of different music. I really like the music nowadays. Like the naturalist vibe. Brick Liam. How could I forget? The Amours all in. I love the Amours. And not just because they're beautiful. Haha. Got you. They're like just dope. Just dope. But yeah, I like nachos. I love nachos. Like spiritually. I like nachos. It's like something about the combination of like chips, cheese, meat, and like some sauce, sour cream maybe, just to spice it up. Maybe some lettuce because I'm feeling healthy today. I feel like I need to add some vegetables in my life. So let's throw some lettuce on it. Like I feel like you can make anything healthy by just throwing lettuce on it. Like throw some lettuce on it. Burger. Perfect example. Here's this freaking log of meat and we smash it between bread, but it's totally unhealthy until you throw some lettuce on it. You feel me? Throw some lettuce. You get a something else that makes sense. Ribs. This is a terrible example, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Get you a rack of ribs, and it's like, oh, excuse me, waiter, waitress. Could you have the chef like sprinkle some like Salt Bae sprinkle some lettuce on my ribs? They're gonna be like, what? But then they're gonna think about it like, that's low key genius. So spiritually, I felt really healthy about that decision. The lettuce wilted by the time it got to me, but and I basically just kind of scooped it off to the side. But it was delicious. It was delicious. Without the lettuce on it. So I like salads. I like salads, but I feel like they are very, how do you say this? Vegetable-y. And I like my vegetables in moderation. And salads are just very vegetable-y. Like let's condense it. Let's throw some croutons and bacon, cheese, ham, ranch. Let's get unhealthy. Let's go crazy. Let's throw some hot Cheetos on there. I don't care. Just throw a whole pizza on top of the lettuce, because that makes so much sense to me, because it balances out. It balances out. Like, you have your pizza and you have your lettuce. You put them together. Now you've made a great life decision. And you will surely not die because of your bad health decisions in your meals. Yeah, I'm going to edit this, I think. I don't know how, but it might take me all night, but I will be getting this video to you guys. So what's the other ones? Subscribe, share, is it post or something? I don't know. Just do the stuff below so that I can just keep doing this, so that I know that you guys are vibing with me, and I will continue to vibe with y'all as well. Yeah. Like that. Like that, we vibing. That's us right there. We up here vibing. And remember, guys, faith makes everything possible. I'm gonna get that like down to where I don't even have to look. Faith makes everything possible. And then my outro, and I'm gonna just sit here like this. And I don't know what my outro would sound like. Manny. All right, guys. Live, love, and laugh. Manny out.